Hey, what's up, you guys? WYATT here, everyone's favorite YouTuber who stutters and mispronounces. And today, I'm going to do a top 10 list for you. But this top 10 list is going to be the top 10 noise black metal bands. Now, black metal itself is raw, distorted, and lo-fi, and just absolutely harsh to the bone, pretty much, when you look at most traditional black metal. But there are bands that want to take it even a step further and make it into harsh noise black metal, which is a subgenre of black metal that it's understandable that it's not that big. It's not like people are all eating this shit up. It's really hard to get into, and it really tests the boundaries, I think, you can take of extreme music. But some people like myself and others that have steadily grown seem to like it. So here are 10 noise black metal bands that you may enjoy. Starting it off at number 10 is this band called Wold, W-O-L-D, and I'll have the links to everything in the description below. This is just a two-piece noise black metal band that has released quite a handful of albums, and they started in Canada, and surprisingly, they now reside in Providence, Rhode Island, which is pretty cool, because again, Providence, Rhode Island is only 30 minutes away from me. Just a big surprise that I haven't seen anything of a show by them yet. But Wold is just really distorted. Everything you would pretty much want in noise black metal, this band delivers. So it's a good band to get your feet wet in them. But yeah, so that's Wold. Coming in at number 9, this is literally the most extreme band you can find, I think, right now in the world. That's a bold statement, but trust me, when you listen to their EP, you'll kind of agree with me. Number 9 is Tetragrammacide. This is an Indian, all the way from India, Indian Black and Death noise project. Now, I don't know if they just didn't have the salary to buy good production, but this production is just so fucking disgusting sounding that when you listen to their latest releases, you will honestly feel like you need to take a shower, just how nasty and disgusting this production is. It's insane. It's only 20 minutes long, but it leaves a really lasting impression, their latest release. So, yeah, if you really want to test yourself, Tetragrammacide, number 9. One of the craziest bands I've ever listened to in my life. So that's number 9. Number 8 is Deathkey. This is another noise black metal band that honestly will just beat the living shit out of you. It's just so goddamn abrasive that you feel like you're just rubbing yourself in just a fucking grind wheel. It's just that fucking abrasive. It's intense. The vocals are just monstrous and chaotic as fuck. There's a little bit of grindcore in the mix too, just a tad bit to make it all the more extreme, and it's a band that will literally kick the shit out of you, pretty much. So number 8 is Deathkey. Coming in at number 9 is a band that will honestly fucking scare the shit out of you. Number 7, I'm sorry, I said number 9, but I'm sorry. Number 7 is Dead Reptile Shrine. And how I heard about this band is when I remember when Sean Count Blackguard was doing his vinyl collection, he came across a D, which was Dead Reptile Shrine. And he really went in a brief description with this band in particular, just saying how nauseating and weird it is, and it would just disturb you. So, being the curious son of a bitch I am, I decided to check them out, and oh my god, why did I do that at night? I'll never understand, because this will give you fucking nightmares. This shit is just so fucking bizarre. The artwork complements the whole bizarre theme this band goes with, and it's just unsettling throughout. I will admit, though, it's not really for everyone. It comes to a point where it seems like they're trying so hard to be weird that it just becomes unlistenable. And so it's understandable that a lot of people don't really care for them. But if you are into just weird, bizarre, unorthodox black metal, Dead Reptile Shrine's one weird, insane, and psychological noise black metal band that you guys should check out if you're into that. So that comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, I discovered these guys by getting one of their blind buy of one of their records at Armageddon, and this is Suketh Hexen, I think that's the right way to say it. And this is an ambient noise, raw black metal band that it just feels like you're stuck in a fucking snowstorm when you listen to them. It's cold, harsh, and abrasive, everything you would come to expect from raw noise black metal, but the ambient work gives it some variety and makes it really stand out from the rest of the pack. And their album, I think it's called Luciform, the one I bought, very fucking good. Never thought I'd actually go back to listening to a noise black metal album as much as I have with that album. So again, I'm going to start you off. I'll have a link to it, to Luciform by Suketh Hexen. And hopefully I'm saying that right, but very fucking good shit. Don't pass up on it. Coming in at number 5, this band is, or project rather, because it's a one-man band all the way from the land down under in Australia, is Nekrasov. And I did a review of his latest album, Negative Temple, I think a week ago, and I really gotta give a big thank you to him for sharing my review on his Facebook page for his band page. Way too fucking cool, you dude. Thanks so much for that. And Nekrasov is not your traditional atmospheric black metal band. There's so much more going on than just atmospheric black metal. It may be labeled atmospheric black metal on the Metal Archives, but there's ambient keyboards in the mix, along with just a really harsh, noisy, distorted production on it to give it, to make it labeled noise black metal, make it eligible for this list, pretty much. It's atmospheric, like I said, but it's just so fucking unsettling. Usually, again, when we think of atmospheric black metal, it's organic, it's soothing, it's breathtaking, and it just feels very lightened compared to most traditional black metal. This, on the other hand, complete 180 of that. It's dark, it's nightmarish, and it's amazing, pretty much. Definitely check this out, Nekrasov at number 5. Coming in at number 4, I finally got around to fucking buying the vinyl of their latest album, but number 4 is Intolitarian. And this band is the perfect definition of hate. There's no love, there's nothing pretty, nothing uplifting about them. It's just pure fucking hatred for mankind and every fucking single person in the world, pretty much. I saw these guys perform back in September, and these guys left a really intimidating and lasting impression for an opener for a show. This band is just fucking chaotic. It's black and grindcore, which just fucking love that shit, along with industrial noise. Okay, this noise production is really thick, and it just sounds like they're pounding the shit out of you with like a steel bat. That's pretty much how this production noise comes off, and the grindcore and black metal clashing into one another just makes this just ginormous, insane, chaotic battle going off when you listen to them. Intolitarian, if you really want chaotic music, Intolitarian is right up there, so they come in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is a band that I understand a lot of people don't like. I, for one, who look for weird, just bizarre, unsettling shit, love this. Number 3 is Gnaw Their Tongues, one of my favorite one-man projects in black metal alone, and he resides in the Netherlands. And this guy has a shit ton of projects. I think like he has like 4 other active bands that he all does by himself. But Gnaw Their Tongues to me is still always his best. It's a noise black metal band mixed with dark ambient, experimental, drone, and I could be here for like another 2 minutes adding all the other subgenres he puts in. And what I like about his work is that every album stands out in some way, shape, or form, where it's just different. He's always adding something new to the table. Like one of his albums, it's just a dark ambient album, and that pretty fucking bone-chilling. Something you would find in like a really cult-like horror movie. And his other album that I can't pronounce for the life of me, that's like in French and starts with an L, it has his signature sound along with really old orchestra-like chorus that you would find in like a early 20th century orchestra play. He really knows how to shake things up, and that's what I really enjoy about his stuff. And a majority of his stuff really just sounds like you would find it in like a really just nasty sounding snuff film. I always enjoy his work, and I always look forward to his album. So number 3 is Gnaw Their Tongues. Coming in at number 2, another band that fucking Sean recommended me. I discovered this band when I made my top 5 scariest bands, and I put Portal number 1, and then he commented saying, well, that's all good shit, but this band right here will give you fucking nightmares and make you want to fucking take a shower, just how nasty it is. And I checked it out, and still to this day his work just terrifies the shit out of me, and I get a thrill out of it. But number 2 is KFR. KFR, again, another one-man project from France, and this is the shit that not even your worst nightmares can come up with. His stuff is really psychological, it'll fuck with your head, and really just put you in a panic, pretty much. It's just really unsettling. He just released, I think, a demo earlier this year that I just luckily got on tape, and it was like the last one, and that shit it just honestly, the production's just lacking so much that it's just gonna honestly sound like you're rubbing a rusty knife against your ear. It's just really fucking abrasive, and it just almost comes to a point where it's like you feel woozy and you feel like you're gonna throw up practically. It's just that fucking psychological on your fucking head, in your fucking brain. And KFR always stood out to me ever since I discovered them, thanks to Sean. So he comes in at number 2. And number 1 is a blackened noise grind band from the United States. And I saw these guys at the Maryland Death Fest, and after continuously listening to more of their work, I'm fucking loving it. I think their name is called Knelt Rote, Knelt Rote, and this band is just such a fucking blast to listen to. There's elements of noise that give it chaos, but it's not so abrasive that it may come off like a turn-off and you're like, oh, I can't listen to this. And the black metal and the grindcore elements are more there, where the noise it's kind of like there in the background to give it a distorted effect. But it's just chaotic, it's headbangable, it's mosh-friendly as well, and it's just a fucking blast to listen to. This is a band I definitely need more by. I have their latest album on vinyl, and I need to get pretty much everything by them. It's just such a fucking blast to listen to, and it easily made number 1 for me because just of how fun and just insane and fucking barbaric it is. So they come in at number 1, and I highly recommend you check them out. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's my top 10 noise black metal projects. There's a shit ton more out there, so if there's any that you think I should check out and missed on this list, please comment below and let me know. I love discovering new music, and hopefully you did as well. So thanks for watching, liking, supporting, and subscribing. You guys are the fucking best, and good listens.